And we are back. I'm Jaccuzi.
Sup, dudes?
And
I'm Miles the Wolf. I'm Miles the Wolf Ben, and I have a chocolate shake.
And he is a bastard. Now this mushroom seems very tantalizing.
The mushroom is a lie.
It is fake. So yeah, that happens. And apparently the last video was like 30 minutes long. Speaking of which, that reminds me to start my timer. But it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, the last video was like 30 minutes.
Not really a big deal.
Not big surprise.
So yeah, pretty much we're just gonna move on. There's a pretty interesting in the fact that the boss fight's crazy. Interesting boss coming up. So yeah. Oh, by the way, cutscene. It's pretty neat. I do like the fact that they knew that they were working with the limited graphics of the N64, so they capitalized on it and they used an art style that benefited from the limited power of the N64.
And it turned out to be a commercial hit, which is why they decided to do a sequel.
And then a sequel to the sequel.
And then a sequel to the sequel. Because with the power the GameCube had, they could have easily did something more graphically impressive than this art style, and yet they chose to keep it paper, and I love it.
I think it's pretty sick. I do like how they did kind of evolve the paper from just like a 2D plane to like paper craft in the second game, so it's like 3D, but they're still made of 2D shapes.
Like Hooktail.
Yeah. And that dragon boss that I've never gotten to.
Bone.
Alright. Yeah, that. Alright, so here we are in our first real boss of the game. Goomba King and the redacted Goomba Brothers. It's not really hard in any sense of the word. There can be if you know about it. If not, don't worry about it. But you can attack the Goomnut tree right here, and it does quite a bit of damage.
It kills the Goomba Brothers back there. Let's put it that way.
It does, and you've seen it. And the Goomba King himself has 10 HP.
While the Goomba Brothers only have 3 each.
Yep.
But again, you know, this battle's more of a test of patience, because unless you choose do nothing under strategies and constantly tattle with Goombario, you can't lose.
Pretty much. And it gives you way more star points than physically necessary, but it's cool because we leveled up. And how I want to do this is I'm going to start with FP, then go to HP, and then do PP. But if I don't need the badge points, then I'm just going to alternate between HP and FP.
Well, badge points max out at 30.
Yeah.
So, personally, I take... personally, when I'm speedrunning, I don't do the Danger Mario bullcrap because I have terrible luck, right? So, I try to be fancy and guard everything, and for one, I can't guard fuzzies. Never could.
I kind of have the timing down, but now that I've said that, I'm not going to be able to do it once in this entire playthrough.
Not to mention you're Let's Playing it.
Well, that's never really been a problem for me. I don't... Usually the only reason I suffer from the, quote, LP curse, unquote, is because I usually am not as practiced with the game as I should be, and I'm cocky, and then I screw up. But, anyway.
Yeah, so, I try to be fancy and try to guard everything, and then fail miserably and end up dead. So, for my speedruns, I usually just beat everything, and then, I usually take 1 HP increase to 15, I usually take 1 FP increase to 10, and then I usually fill up my BP, and then whatever else I get goes into evening out HP and FP.
Yep. And there we go, our first save. And we're heading into the castle in the sky.
They grow up so fast.
Oh. So yeah, here's more plot elements. Basically, they're just gonna say that they found Mario and then deliberate over what the plan is. Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, if I'm not talking, that means I'm drinking. Because I haven't eaten anything really all day.
I feel ya. Pretty much, the game is broken up into two different kinds of, by the way, these guys are awesome. The game is broken up into two different styles. It's, predominantly, Mario and his, companions, and then there's, portions like this, which with Princess Peach, which you'll see more of those. They happen once every chapter, and they kind of develop
get progressively worse after chapter 4.
Yeah, and it's an interesting.
I mean after the chapter 4 interlude. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting subplot, but it could have been done a lot better.
John, I'm just saying, there has to be at least one outtake video, and you have to use the cleanser one time on the cake.
What?
Peach interlude after chapter 4. Fat guy.
Okay. Sorry, I completely forgot about the cake making sequence.
There has to be a bonus video, and you have to use the cleanser at least once.
Alright. So,
even though it's the redundancy department of redundancy. The redundant department of redundancy, whatever.
Sleepy sheep. Kind of useless.
What do you mean, kind of?
Okay.
They are.
I found a use for it like maybe once. Here's a also useless badge. The hammer throw.
No, it's not completely useless. It's not completely useless. If you don't get the Power Quake or the Mega Quake, you can use that to get things off the ceiling.
But Power Quake and Mega Quake are both on the way. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna head back to the Goomba Village really quick to grab the shooting star.
You gotta go back. You gotta go back. Not to Shooting Star Summit, I mean, you gotta go back to Toad Town. There should be like a... Did you initiate a cutscene?
I talked to a toad. I talked to a toad.
Did it manually talk? I mean, did you manually talk to it, or did it automatically talk to you?
It auto-talked.
Okay, then I think you can go back.
Taking your word on this.
God damn.
It's not like it's gonna be a lot of time lost anyway.
I know, but it's useless backtracking if it's not there now.
It'll be an interesting story for our children. That was attractive.
That one literally... No, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, thank you.
Because... Oh yeah, and that mushroom Goomba respawns.
Yep. So do all the enemies, but at this point, they don't give you a decent amount of experience, so there's no real reason to fight them. Alright, no action command. It automatically works. Yeah, you do lose coins when you run from battles, but they give you so much money in this game, it's really not a problem.
Yep. Especially if you use the... What is it, the money?
Probably. Oh, okay, so it doesn't automatically let me escape. Awesome.
When you don't have the action command, it's random.
Well, that's really stupid. We will be getting the action command probably not this part, but probably the next part, if this doesn't take too long.
Which it really shouldn't.
As long as I can avoid all these damn Goombas. Alright, cool. Onward! Alright, here we are. So, let's see. Hopefully the random will be fixed, and there will be a shooting star on it. Danger! It's been sealed for your safety. Nope.
Really?
Yep, so it's gotta be after Shooting Star Summit.
Damn it!
Oh well.
What else am I wrong about?
I don't know. Something, I'm sure. But we can quickly make our way back to Toad Town and enact the story elements and come back here before Chapter 1. I'll probably just do that off screen because by the time we're done with all the
There's
story
no real
bullshit,
reason to show it.
yeah, not a second time since we clearly did not do it this time.
My fault. Sorry.
Stupid parrot members. Anyway, things to mention. This isn't going to be the only thing I'm going to be working on at this time. I'm going to do some shorter side projects for my own channel since this is going to be going up on Glass Dragon. What about you?
Well, I was gonna do Paper Mario, but I obviously have to rethink that. So I don't know. I may do Final Fantasy 3.
I was about to say you could start up that Final Fantasy run that you've been wanting to do.
So I may do that. I may do. I may do Paper Mario 2 or the Thousand Year Door. Which I would like to put onto Glass Dragon myself.
Mm-hmm.
After you're done, as a cooperative deal with you. But the problem with that is I need to figure out how to get it to work without crashing.
Well, like I said, you can always record the gameplay on one computer, and we can record commentaries on your other one because you have two computers.
I understand this, but in order for you to see, I would need to stream it.
And you can do that.
No, I can't. It crashes.
Oh. Alright. Well, I'll just play along then.
That would be redundant.
Alright, so this is an important house for later. It's a badge shop. It's in exchange for star pieces. And they sell some pretty useful badges. Speaking of star pieces, there's one over here.
Nothing beats Dazzle. Nothing beats Dazzle.
Nothing.
Beware the Ides of March. Fuck that. Beware Batman.
Batman eats a hot dog.
Ew.
Have you not seen that video?
No. They're
hilarious.
They're made of my parents. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, major plot point. Basically, what they're going to tell us is that Bowser stole the Star Rod, and we need to go to 7 locations and rescue all the Star Spirits. And it's a pretty simple objective, but it's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm anticipating this to take about 40 parts, since the length of each video is going to be 20 to 30 minutes long.
Yep. And if I, or not if, when I figure out how to properly record Paper Mario 2 with John, mine is going to be done. I'm going to record chapters at a time, and then probably split it up into 2 or 3 parts per 2 to 4 parts per chapter, depending on the length.
Alright,
which
so,
would equate to about half-hour parts.
Yep. Alright, so obviously we're looking at Princess Peach, and this is going to be, like I said, the secondary part of Paper Mario's gameplay.
Solid Peach.
Yeah, there are some pretty Metal Gear moments.
My God, Metal Gear.
Random banter. Remember, that's really important. Bowser can grant wishes. We all know what Bowser's wish is, but he can't grant his own wish, apparently. Maybe it takes Fairly Odd Parents logic, and it can't defy the will of somebody else, or something like that.
I have no idea. But if that was the case, then he wouldn't have gotten the Star Rod in the beginning.
That doesn't. He stole it. Remember? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the joke was we all know that he wants to get up Peach's skirt. Anyway, this is Twink. He's a very irritating little character, but he's pretty much. No, you go ahead.
You're a twink.
That hurts. But pretty much, he's basically how Mario figures out where to go next. Because of the Metal Gear moments of the game, he's gonna we're gonna be finding out the information as to where locations of Star Spirits are, and then Twink runs and tells Mario, and that's how we progress.
Look! It's a living, breathing plot device.
Quick, snatch it!
It's kind of like Aerith in Final Fantasy VII.
Alright, get out of here. And now Peach is gonna come out here and cry about how she's such a dumb blonde bitch. Of course, she looks like she's got orange hair in this scene, because the lighting.
Need a ginger princess for... We need a ginger princess. Because I'm a ginger. Half ginger. Right. I'm a daywalker.
So... Alright, so... This is probably the only useful thing that Twink ever really does. He's gonna give us that thing called the Lucky Star, which allows us to use action commands. Thank God, now the game begins.
Woo!
No, you can't explain the action command. I know how it works. And here's a walking demonstration. It's a Magic Koopa. Not as cool as Kamek. Here I come! And let the battle commence. I like how Mario, like, trips into battle sometimes. I find that humorous.
Yeah, right.
Right. This is the Magic Koopa. He has 8 HP. And as you see, I did the power jump, which did 4 damage instead of 3.
Basically, you just press A right before you jump. Or right before you land on it.
And with the normal jump slash with Goombario's jump, you press A at a certain point and he'll do 2 hits instead of 1.
It's pretty much the same timing, except he'll do a second jump.
Yep. Hi, phone. I'm probably just gonna cut you out. At any rate, we're coming up to the end of the part.
Already?
It's been 19 minutes.
God damn, it goes fast.
Alright, so, like I said, we got to the action command at least. So, next time on Paper Mario, we're going to continue along with the story, but in the intermission, whatever, I'm gonna go get the shooting star. So, I'm Jaccuzi.
And I'm full of chocolate shakes.
And he's a bastard. And we'll be seeing you guys next time on Paper Mario.
Peace.